Why did an AWS outage in Virginia take out banks in the UK? So, you're in Leeds buying a flat white on the 20th of October 2025. Your card's just declined. Your banking app's down. Turns out the problem isn't on Brigham, it's 3,700 miles away in Virginia, USA. Welcome to cloud computing, where a wobble in US East 1 can kneecap your Monday. So, what actually happened? Amazon Web Services, or AWS for short, had a major outage centered on its US East 1, which is in Northern Virginia region. Knock-on effects rippled globally. Social apps, retail, Internet of Things, and in the UK, parts of Lloyds, Halifax, and Bank of Scotland online services, plus HMRC experienced issues. AWS said early on it was not a cyber attack. Initial symptoms pointed to DNS resolution failures affecting multiple services, later tied to an automated change in DynamoDB routing subsystem. So in English, this translates to AWS's systems couldn't look up website addresses properly, and the cause was found to be an automated change in their database. Recovery came in stages over the course of the day. So, how do UK banks end up depending on Virginia, USA? Cloud architectures often span regions. So, even if core banking workloads run in the UK or the EU, supporting dependencies such as authorization services, metadata stores, event queues, control planes, etc. may lean on US East 1 because it's AWS's gravity well. So, when the region coughs, globally distributed apps can still sneeze, login flows fail, APIs time out, and the mobile banking feels down. That's what we saw yesterday on the 20th of October. Basically, communication breakdown, not data loss. So, was this a GDPR problem? The short answer is not automatically, but it raises a lot of questions. Karens, get your comments in now. So many people scream GDPR as soon as something happens these days. Anyway, GDPR breach, not automatically. So, international transfers. UK GDPR restricts sending personal data outside the UK without safeguards. Transfers to the US can still be lawful if you rely on the UK to US data bridge for certified US recipients, or implement standard contractual clauses, SCCs, which obviously we're all familiar with appropriate technical measures, for example, encryption, access controls. The outage itself doesn't equal a breach, but if your availability depends on a US region with no resilient UK to EU fallback, regulators might question operational resilience and whether your data processing arrangements and business continuity / disaster recovery plans are adequate. So, what's the UK business angle? Cloud doesn't outsource accountability. Under UK GDPR, you're still the controller. If an AWS region hiccup prevents customers accessing services, your resilience is on the line. That's why UK officials and MPs queried the government's dependence on an overseas cloud after the outage, asking the Treasury to explain its AWS usage. So expect more scrutiny on concentration risk, exit plans, and multi-region designs. The funny but true bit of all of this is try telling your board that your customers couldn't check their balances because Virginia was having a Monday morning. Or your auditors, our resilience plan is called HOPE. It's like keeping your house keys in Ashburn because it's optimized. So, what needs fixing now as a result of this? Number 1, map your dependencies. Know which services really sit in US East 1. Do not guess. Number 2, design for region failure. Activate UK or EU regions and rehearse failover. Number 3, decouple the blast radius. Avoid single region control planes such as auth, config, queues. Number 4, review transfer mechanisms. If any US processing occurs, validate UK to US data bridge participation or SCCs, plus encryption and access controls. Number 5, prove operational resilience. Run game days, document RTO/RPO, and evidence supplier oversight for your auditors and regulators. So, what did we all learn yesterday, class? The lesson from the 20th of October 2025, the cloud isn't magic. It's someone else's data center in a specific postcode. If US East 1 sneezes, will your UK customers still get paid? If you're not sure, let's talk about multi-region architecture, data transfer compliance, and actual disaster recovery before the next Global Monday. Hey, I know IT isn't always at the top of your to-do list until something breaks, but for over 2 decades, we've been helping businesses avoid the break-fix cycle and instead use technology to grow, collaborate better, and hit their goals. If you want a team that picks up the phone, actually listens, and delivers real impact, let's chat.